Hello. It's early and I got nothing. I kind of just conked out for a little bit. Had a nap. There we go. Sorry, I have to constantly readjust the screen because I don't always fit in, and I tend to lean forward to do these things so that I do fit in and I get a decent straight-on angle, because otherwise it ends up like this. And this is not flattering for anyone. But anyway, I have a new favorite thing. It is the Liquid Bloom of Roses from LBCC Historical Cosmetics and Apothecary. I have swatched Benetint on my hand, and I do have a video where I kind of babbled nonsensically about Turkish Rouge, about the LBCC Cosmetics Turkish Rouge and Liquid Bloom of Roses, because I had the samples. Well, I got the big container. This thing is $10. This giant, it's like next to my head. This giant, this is a fairly good sized container. It is a very red pink, and I would definitely compare this to Benetint in color and staying power. I have swatched Benetint on my hand, and it does come out to look like this. I did it again just recently, just to double check to see if, maybe I misinterpreted the color originally. Maybe it was lighting. I don't know. I thought maybe it was a little redder than this, but it's not. Maybe on some people it is, but on me it comes out to exactly this red, vibrant red pink. The only difference is that this is $10 and Benetint is $30, and excuse me, this doesn't come with a little tiny brush inside. This one you use something else to get it on. I use my fingers. I don't care if my fingers get stained, and they will get stained because it will not come off. Though on my lips it does eventually like rub off a little, and I'm not sure why. It'll stay in the inner rim and get this really dark stain on the inner rim, but on the outside it just gets really pale. No idea why it does that. I'm pretty sure Benetint would do the same thing. No clue. This one is based off an old recipe called Pears Liquid Bloom. I said Riggs, and I think Riggs is actually like, oh, I forget what it is. There is an old cosmetic called Riggs something or other, and at least as I recall, and that one was more of like a toner or something. Well, it was called a lotion at the time. I think I'd have to look it up again. But I recently looked back at the name of the original recipe of this particular rouge, and it said pears, and I'm sitting there going, why is it I keep thinking Riggs when it's pears? And it's been around since the 18th century, and went into the mid 20th century. It ceased to exist about 1958 is what the lady who makes this stuff said. So yeah, it's been around for a long time. I thought it was only around in the Regency, but apparently it's been around for a very long time. This is what women used in all that time on their cheeks and on their lips to give them a flush of color. Now, of course, as you get into the 20th century, you're going to have lipsticks and such, so they're probably just using it on their cheeks rather than on their lips, though maybe some of them are using it on their lips, I don't know. I've learned that Benetint smells like roses. This is made with rose water, rose essence, and rose oil. You don't get much rosier than this stuff. It actually smells really good. The Turkish Rouge has vinegar in there. I'm not sure if it's listed on on that, but there is definitely vinegar in there. I had somebody else smell it to make sure that my nose wasn't getting something else in there. And the woman that I let sniff that said, "Yep, that's vinegar." So there is vinegar in there, and if you can't stand the taste of vinegar, like I can't stand the taste of vinegar or even the smell of vinegar for the most part, I mean it's a miracle. I even use the apple cider vinegar, but that has a slightly different smell to it. If you can't stand that, you're not going to be able to stand the Turkish Rouge because it's got a definite vinegar taste and smell to it, and it will stay on your lips until you put on something like chapstick or whatever. And it does come out to be a much rosier, I should say, a much rosier red than this stuff. This one's more pink, at least on me. So between the two of them, you get Benetint for $10. And the shipping is very quick, so have at it.